Welcome back to the program. We have in studio Dr. Kecia Lowe. Of course, we're trying to make this a weekly thing to, just be talking about health and fitness. And we're talking this morning about the Spice Harmony Yoga Studio. There's a new beginner yoga series, and they're also celebrating their 5th anniversary. That is good. Good morning. It's good to have you again.
Good morning, Leslie.
All right.
Good to be here.
Good to have you. So before we go into what is yoga actually, just tell us a little bit about the studio itself, how you got started and how things are going.
Well, we started about 5 years ago in January 2011. I can't believe time is flying so quickly. And basically, there are 3 teachers, myself, my husband, Kecia Lowe, he teaches Kripalu style yoga, and my daughter, Malaika Brooksmith Lowe, she teaches Vinyasa flow. So there's 3 styles of yoga. I teach Purna yoga. And, we opened this family studio 5 years ago in trying to bring yoga to Grenada and trying to, encourage people to get more healthy and enjoy the practice.
So did it start off slow in the beginning if people were not, didn't really know what yoga is?
That's it. I mean, there are not many opportunities to do yoga in Grenada. I think that is changing slowly but surely. But yoga is a fantastic practice. It helps you in many ways, many aspects of your health in terms of breathing, meditation, movement, and just getting active and becoming more aware of who you are and your connection to the big picture.
Right. So you've called some names there just now that sound totally foreign to me. I just knew yoga as yoga.
Yeah.
Right. So there are different aspects to this practice.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
There are about 8 different limbs to yoga. The most popular is asanas, which is movement. Especially in the West, they focus more on the physical part of it, which is stretching and the moving, but the other parts include breathing and meditation, as well as more philosophical aspects.
Right. What does yoga do for the overall well-being? You've mentioned about breathing and meditation. What does it do for the overall well-being of a person, like mind, body, spirit?
That's it. It helps you to forge that connection, to become more aware of the connection of mind, body, spirit. In this modern time, we are so in the mind, we're constantly thinking about the past, thinking about the future, and we forget the present moment. So yoga really helps help you become more aware of the now, become more mindful and aware of this moment right now.
Right. So is it something that you have to, because like you mentioned, I know sometimes my mind is all over the place, and it could be a major distraction for you. Is this something that you need to practice in order to get it? To master it, and then you'd find that you're more in control of your thoughts, of your whole well-being.
They talk about yoga on the mat, which is when you're learning to do the stretches and the breathing and the meditation and, these kind of relaxation techniques. And then they talk about yoga off the mat, so when you apply it to your everyday life. So when you're in the workplace, when you're dealing with your kids, you learn to, instead of reacting, which is so easy for us to just fly off the handle and say, whatever, we breathe and we respond. So it can be very helpful, with your relationships and with your daily life.
Right. So it actually leads to a more healthy individual after a period of time.
Yeah, you're calmer. You can just be, just try to be happy, basically.
Right. What about for somebody who might be suffering from insomnia, or for those who feel
so many studies, Leslie, on insomnia and yoga, and I myself have had 1 or 2 patients that I've recommended to do yoga, and they said even within the first week they started sleeping better. So it's amazing. It helps with insomnia. It can help with chronic pain. We have a few students who suffer with illnesses that cause chronic pain, and they have seen some improvement. They've seen increased range of motion in their joints and less pain. It can help with hot flashes. A lot of women, as they get to a certain age, they get hot flashes, so it can help with that. It can help with so many different things. It helps with heart health. There are people who have something called atrial fibrillation, and these people who have practiced yoga have had decreased incidences of atrial fibrillation. Depression, it really can help with depression. I mean, it can help with many things if you do it. You cannot, do yoga once and expect these things are going to happen. I'm talking about when people do it consistently, and not only by coming to class, but also by practicing at home a few times. And that's what's so nice about yoga. You come to the studio, you learn some techniques, but these techniques can be practiced anywhere. They can be practiced in your home, they can be practiced in a chair at the office. You know, my daughter does a class on Thursday mornings for seniors, so people who are very, you know, limited in terms of flexibility and they can't sit on the ground, she does it in a chair, and they love that class. So, I mean, they're just, yoga is very flexible, if you will. You can, you know, it can be applied to any body. It doesn't have to be a thin body, it can be any body, you know.
So what, I want to make sure I understand it clearly. What is one of the basic things of yoga? And I'm not speaking like you said about the pretzel poses and all that. Is it like just learning, first of all, how to just control your breathing? Because we know breathing is involuntary. So is it control, like being in control of your breathing, so you're actually more aware of your own self?
And meditation starts with just following the breath, just relaxing, following the breath in and out. That's like a basic meditation technique, right? Where you become more mindful. And then you learn to do different stretches and movements and, you know, being aware of your body while you're doing those movements. It's a very interesting thing, Leslie, and I really hope that you come.
It sounds very interesting, because like I said, I mean, you called some names, and I thought yoga was always like something being on a mat. I didn't realize, as you said, the off the mat, which is actually practicing it anywhere you are.
That's when more the benefit comes too, is when you actually take it with you and use it, apply it every day. Right. You do.
Okay, great.
Really important.
And you mentioned about heart health and all that. I was doing a little research, so it can also help with like bone structure, your spine, things like that.
It's amazing. There are different centers in America, like there's a Kripalu Center for Healthy Living, and it's a research. Well, Kripalu is where my husband Farron did his training, and they actually have a department devoted totally to just research of yoga, medical research, yoga and the body. Then there's a Duke Center for Integrative Medicine, and they're also applying it to treating patients with chronic illnesses and chronic diseases. So there's over 70 studies right now being conducted in the world that are focusing on the benefits of yoga, because now we have the MRI. They're able to see that people who meditate regularly have even structural changes in their brain, you know, that enhance their health. It's amazing.
This is more beneficial than a lot of us probably realize.
That's it. And you know, I have patients who, oh God, they don't want to take medicine. They're rather dead than take medicine. This is a way for them to possibly decrease the medication they take, because even hypertension is helped by doing yoga and learning the relaxation response.
Right.
And then food cravings. A lot of people eat for emotional benefits. So when you become more aware of your body and you become more mindful when you're eating, so you're actually tasting the food and being aware, you may realize that you don't need to eat that second whatever it is, you know, because you're satisfied with the first portion. So all of that can help with your weight. I think you're right that this is actually more beneficial than people realize. You know, people hear yoga and they're like, oh my God. I don't know what people think, because most of the time when they come and try it, they're surprised. Yeah. And they're also surprised that they sweat. I don't know I'm not sure what the conception is about yoga, but it's not a religion. That's a big thing in Grenada. It's a religion. It is not. It's an ancient practice that helps us to become more aware of who we are and our connection to the big picture. And it may even help you become more focused on whatever religion you believe in, because you become aware of who you are and your connection to everything, you know. But
I think we just need to educate people more about it, because I'm learning so much about it as well.
Of this not knowing and this fear and this, you know, we've decided to continue this Fresh Start Beginner Yoga series. My daughter had started, she did a series a year or two ago, and it's my turn. So I'll be doing this series, and it starts this Friday, 5:30 to 6:45. It's an 8-week series. And for people who want more information, they can either call my office or they can go online. We have a website and we have a Facebook page. So we would love to have as many beginners as possible. I know some people have sent and told us that Friday may not be the best day for them, but we hope to continue having these series and hopefully offer it on different days. We just
Right.
want to get started, and so far the response has been very good, and we
Okay,
have
that's good.
limited spaces. So
Right.
if anybody really would like to, they have to get in there, register, and pay for the series.
Right. So this series here, as 8 weeks, as you said, you're the only one who will be doing it. It's not a combination of the different
This time,
things,
no. This
because
time
it's just a beginner.
It's very basic. It's about because we want people to feel comfortable coming in. They need to bring their bodies, comfortable clothes, water, hand towel or a bigger towel if you're thinking on the sweat more, and basically that's it. Just come and have fun. It's a fun adventure, and it's really good for the brain to learn new things. Leslie-Ann, it really is. It helps you to just grow.
Right.
As my husband is fond of saying, we don't get old because we stop playing. We stop playing. Wait a second. I think I did it opposite. My husband says we don't stop playing because we get old. We get old because we stop playing.
Right. Yeah.
So, just think of yoga as a form of play. Another way to just have fun, be physical, learn new things, meet people who have similar interests.
Right.
So we're just trying to encourage people to come out and have an experience. For those people who don't want to commit to an 8-week program, we have a special where you can pay 20 EC and come in for a week of unlimited classes, meaning you can try all the classes, my classes, Farron's classes, Malika's classes, for just 20 EC for 1 week. So this can give you the opportunity to see, what is yoga all about? Is it for me? Is it something I can benefit from?
Right.
And majority of the time, people would be surprised and say, yes, I think I'd like to keep coming.
Great. But is there a right or a wrong way to do yoga?
I mean, there's not really a right or wrong way. We basically want to focus on safety. So when you're doing certain poses, there should be alignment. You should not feel pain. You may be aware of a joint, but if there's pain, you need to ease up.
Okay.
So, the right way to do yoga is to listen to your body, listen to your instructor, and don't push yourself. It's a work in progress. It's one of our students likes to say, one of our regular students likes to say that yoga is a work in progress.
Right. But apart from your 8-week class, as you mentioned, that they can have the $20 special for the week of classes, there's still the other ongoing. That's for the studio.
Is
in
not
the studio.
just for the 8 weeks. I'm talking about in general.
Yeah, in general.
That's our
So that means that
new students.
there's the other aspects of it ongoing as well.
Oh,
your
yes,
focus is
Malika.
just on the beginner's aspect.
This particular thing.
Right.
I also teach on Tuesday evenings at 6. I teach Saturday mornings at 7. My husband teaches Tuesday and Thursday mornings 5:30 to 6:30 in the morning. We have a lot of early bird students who come before work.
Right.
There's a 5:30 p.m. class. My daughter teaches on a Thursday evening at 6:30. She teaches mid-morning for people who are flexible. It's amazing.
Right.
It's a lot of classes we offer for different
Great.
times. So they can check our website and check the Facebook page and get more information. But January is a time when people want to start doing new things and getting healthy. So we like the name
Definitely.
Fresh Start.
Great. So do you find that many people concentrate on, like they may go to the gym or they're running or jogging, they're walking or jogging, and they want to be healthy, but they concentrate on, like the chiseled body, your buff, as the guys would say, but they're not focusing on the inner aspect, that which you can't see, like we said, the mind, body, and spirit.
It's more the external, which, I mean, that's okay, but I think they're missing an aspect of themselves. And a lot of times when you chisel and you're buff, you can't even straighten your arms. You're so buff that your muscles that are shortened. So yoga can complement that and help to lengthen the muscles. The NFL, those National Football League and thing in America, a lot of them have yoga training to help to balance out the bodies and minds of their players. So that is not unusual, that this yoga now has become something accepted and something, respected and emphasized in holistic and in training.
Right, and you were talking about the in Grenada situation as well, moving from when you just opened the studio to now.
Yes.
You've seen that progress that people are.
It's still a slow progress, slow process, but we are faithful. We have faith that as we expose people and have our beginner courses and people come and get the experience, that they will embrace it more.
Great.
That's our hope.
Anything else you'd like to add before we wrap up?
No, I just hope I hear from a lot of potential students and that people come and try it for yourself instead of hearing about the experience, come and experience it, and you may be pleasantly surprised.
Definitely. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Always a pleasure.
Yes.
We've been speaking with Dr. Kecia Lowe, and we're talking about the Spice Harmony Yoga Studio, the 5th anniversary, and of course the beginners yoga class that will take place. It's on Friday from 5:30 to 6:45. It's an 8-week program. So if you just go out and just take advantage of the experience, you may find that it's something that you really like. And apart from that, there's also the other classes, which, as she mentioned, are still being conducted by her husband and daughter. But of course, that's probably more at an advanced stage. So at least for now, if you want to start, we need to start with the beginners class from Friday, 5:30. We take a quick break. We'll be right back.